Smarter Web company peaked at like £6.30. Now, I think it finished today at around £2.50, which is below the price of the previous raise. Bitcoin is volatile, and layer that into a treasury company and you accentuate that volatility. Where is the challenge in trying to protect the confidence of retail and non-retail investors, whilst also trying to secure more funds to raise more capital to buy more Bitcoin?
Yeah, that's a really big and good question. There's so many different cool little parts to it. Volatility is vitality. Phrase from Saylor, I think, and then Metaplanet really adopted it. That's 100% right. With Bitcoin, that volatility skews to the upside. And so in traditional markets, people hate the idea of volatility because it literally, in the histogram, it skews negative. In Bitcoin, it's the opposite. You get a ton of volatility out of the product of those two things. But that's essential. That volatility for Smarter Web's history and for Metaplanet's history has been to the upside. And so that means that, you go on a run as the market is realizing that you hold a fair bit of Bitcoin and you've been adding a lot of Bitcoin per share. If that happens, people make a lot of money and then shares change hands, right? And people take profits, price goes down, there's volatility in that. And the market is constantly trying to figure out, like, what is the value of this thing? Because it holds Bitcoin. Bitcoin's value is going up over time or maybe down at times, but they're adding a ton of Bitcoin, right? My personal opinion is that, looking at the math, these companies are quite misunderstood by global investors, like outside of Bitcoin, because their track record of delivering value is incredible for well-run Bitcoin treasury companies. If you want to compare PE ratios to that kind of Bitcoin treasury company performance, smaller ones like Smarter Web have been delivering way faster performance. I think there's a ton of value that Bitcoin treasury companies can create for shareholders. And I think they're currently largely misunderstood for how their mechanics work. And I think that'll change over time.